We are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, David. And
Good
as David
afternoon.
and I were talking before we went live, we're sunny and 100 degrees right now.
82 degrees and sunny.
So, but let's see, hold on. But that is at,
Your notification hasn't come up yet.
oh,
I'd hang out until the notifications go out if it were me.
and that's at 9% humidity. Let's see.
Yeah, I saw it a while ago. I looked it up. When I saw your thumbnail, I go, let me see just exactly what it is out there. I guess you're not going to get a notification today. It'll come up.
What, that we were live?
Yeah, when you go live, it pops up on the screen that you're live. It does it by now. Usually about 30 seconds after you go on, the notification goes out.
Oh, okay.
I'm just letting you know. not running your life. I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll go in and check check the big computer and see what it says.
Well, I'm waiting for the pesky thing to come up so I can click it off my screen because it covers things up.
Hang on, David. I'll be right back. Let me see.
All right. Well, welcome to the Tom Noble Show, live without Tom Noble. What kind of trouble can we get into now? Let's see if there's anybody watching. We got 0 thumbs up. We got 2 watching, so that's Tom and I. So
okay, all right.
We have 2 watching. That's
we're out. I mean, I was able to find us on YouTube and look at us.
There's your notification.
Oh, notification came in then. Okay. Yeah. All right, but yeah, and then I got the kitchen can light, so I want to sit there and get on that. And I got the paint mixed up yesterday, and I started patching sheetrock the other day, and I got dragged away from it, and now we're back on it. And then we got the same thing to do down at Pat's house, scrapping Irish. Evelyn, or is it Emily that's watching? One of my granddaughters is watching.
Christy.
So. They jump
on the day to you, or that's not Irish. That's Australian. Top of the day to you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's about it. So I want to get back on that. I cannot find a can of spray texture in this town whatsoever.
Amazon.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to have to take a look and go on Amazon.
I found that I ordered the chili.
Oh, hold on. You mean this stuff?
Yeah. It was worth it. I've waited too long. I miss it, so I had to order it online. $24 and change, which is too bad if you consider what it cost at the grocery store plus shipping, which I did not have to pay. I got free shipping, but if you figure the regular cost it was at the store and the cost for them to ship it, it's worth it.
Yeah, and then
for 4 cans of chili.
Yeah, but the single can price was anywhere from $10 up to $13 online. Did you see
Yeah,
that? So if you buy 4 cans for $24, doesn't that work out to be around $4 a can?
yeah, it's half
Or
price.
$6 a can? Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm willing to pay that since I haven't had a Cincinnati chili in like over a month. Was hoping it would come in today. It said it would. I would get it on Sunday. So I hope I don't have to wait till Sunday to get my chili.
Oh wow, they got recipes on the side of the can. Hold on. I gotta try this. Oh.
Since Amazon's headquarters are in Lexington, Kentucky, they're just a hop, skip, and a jump from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're happy to have Amazon stock it and sell it for them. That'll give them an outlet for it.
Yeah, they got a chili dip recipe on the back of the can.
You can also get it in the dry form that you could brown your own meat, and you could come up with your own, make it yourself at home and maybe tweak the recipe if you want to.
Yeah. All right, let me put this back in the house. But you're talking when you're eating that chili, you're talking about having it the way it was meant to have, and that was on top of spaghetti noodles, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can put it on hot dogs or whatever. I just wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't just eat a bowl of the chili. It's kind of more of a chili. Though they call it a sauce.
It's more of a topping than a.
Yeah, like our friends to the north call it the tomato sauce on spaghetti gravy. It's like more like a gravy than what what chili we make at home. Our chili where we put meat and beans and stuff in it. That's more of a sauce.
Okay. So
I've added beans to it, but for some odd reason it didn't taste good with beans in it. You might try it.
Well, beans is what the Americans or the gringos have done to chili. True chili does not have beans in it.
Well, I'm sure since Cincinnati was settled by Germans, I'm sure that's a German recipe, or it had come from a German.
Mm-hmm.
There's a strong German ethnicity, and it's a great. When I lived there, they had breweries everywhere. They had local brands. They did it before we had microbreweries. A lot of those have gone out of business. They don't have those brands anymore.
Okay.
I think Blatz is made in Cincinnati. If you ever heard of that brand.
Yeah, I heard of that.
They still make it. They just don't sell it here where I live.
Okay. Oh, sounds like the garbage men are coming up the street.
Right on time today.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. And yeah, the funny thing about it is I really got to understand maybe the mentality of the garbage men that service our street, because on every other Friday we have big trash day, and today was big trash day, so you could throw anything out.
Yeah.
You could throw mattresses, filing cabinets, a set of dresser, drawers, whatever. You could
We
throw
can't
anything,
do that here. We're not allowed to put mattresses out there.
and they'll pick it up. So across from me is an Oriental couple and their whole family, and they cleaned out. Looked like they did their spring cleaning because they had it all out for big trash day, and it included 2 mattresses. Well, down the street, on the same side of the street, down by Pat, actually next door to Pat, are a bunch of guys living in a house, and they threw a mattress out. Well, they didn't pick up their mattress, but they picked up the Oriental couple's mattress across the street. And I'm sitting there going, did those guys piss off the garbage men?
Maybe they didn't have room for it.
But yeah, I thought it was really funny that here at the top of the street, they picked up, because we're in a cul-de-sac, and the top of the street, they picked up a mattress, actually a box spring and a mattress. And all those guys down there were throwing out a mattress.
Can you imagine if everybody in the neighborhood threw a mattress out? What they'd have on their hands. That would be mess.
When Nancy and I changed, we got a California King, and we changed the mattress, but I pulled the mattress down and we laid it out in the living room, and I tied it up to where it's manageable. Now 2 guys can wing this thing around. And I tied it up, and then I took it out to the curb, and I knew my garbage men real well. And I took it out to the curb, and I waited for them to come and talking to them, and they wanted to look at the Camaro and everything else. And they picked the mattress up, threw it in the back of the truck, and I gave me a $10 bill, and I said, lunch today's on me. And they said, all right. But yeah, that's how I throw. If I would have threw out a mattress, that's how I threw out a mattress.
Yeah.
So it's always
They're
nice.
heavy. I worked somewhere where they sold mattresses. Guess who got stuck unloading the? It wasn't a semi, but guess who got stuck unloading the truck when it arrived with mattresses on it? And could I get help? No, that's when everybody scattered. Nobody wanted to do that job.
It's my break. Yeah. So.
They are heavy. We put them on dollies, big dollies, and we would stack them 10 high, and that would be the same with the box springs too.
All right. Today starts, since we use triple digits, I always give this guy a bottle of water.
He deserves it.
He's up in the cul-de-sac.
He's an underpaid civil servant.
So which granddaughter's watching? Is Evelyn or Emily? I know Elena isn't doing it. She's probably taking a nap. Oh, here he comes. I'll be right back.
All right, we'll be here.
Nope. I thought he was coming down the street, but he isn't. Oh, there's a slight breeze out there that you could see. Oh, where did David go? Okay. So let's see, as I was telling David earlier, we did get the carpet for the car. It's sitting in there. Later on when I get the garbage up and everything, I'll sit there and bring the camera over there.
We still have 2 watching and 4 likes. get video of your trash being picked up.
Oh, okay. It's warm. It is hot out there.
Now you just let all the cool out of your garage.
Huh?
Now it's all hot in your garage.
Oh no, the garage will stay roughly. It will never. Knock on wood, is never exceeded 92, 93 degrees in here. When the house was,
you just opened the door.
I know. When the house was built, I had the garage fully insulated, but I didn't do the insulation on the garage door.
Right.
So I even had this wall here that I'm pointing to insulated, and that's one that attaches to the house. Same with the back wall is insulated. Now, first things he said to me when I handed him the water, yeah, he goes, "Is it hot enough for you?" And I go, "Nah, we got about 5-10 more degrees before it gets too hot for me."
Oh man.
But yeah, and I'm all set up on the back patio to sit there and to do the sheetrock cutting and everything else because the kitchen's right there. No point in bringing it in here in the garage. And the kitchen's right there off the patio's right off the kitchen, and I could sit there and cut the sheetrock and do everything there. I'm trying that sheetrock attachment that they came out with that you do your Dremel with, and you can cut anything in sheetrock. I'm trying that because I got to cut the holes for the can lights. So let's see. Here, let's do this.
It's messy.
Okay. All right. Nobody gets sick now. We'll go for a ride.
We're going to take a look, huh?
Yeah. Like I said, all I got is it's just sitting in there.
Oh, the car. Here I was expecting the kitchen.
No, I was showing the carpet in the car, David.
But we were talking about sheetrock.
Oh, I said I was all done with it.
Psych.
Yep.
Okay, I had my psych for today.
Okay.
Here you said, we're going for a ride. Don't get sick on me. And then all of a sudden we're in the car. I thought we were really going for a ride.
Oh, no. I did fire it up, though.
That's good. You ought to do that every now and then.
I did. It was 2 months since the last time it was fired up, but yeah. So, but yeah.
I got to go over and fire up.
I keep looking up there at the big TV.
I need to go fire up the scooter. I'll probably do that tomorrow. And the insurance renewed today. So I need to take the new insurance information and put it on the scooter. That's in case John wants to drive it. The current insurance is on it.
Yeah.
It's all on the scooter.
Well,
I'm hoping he's riding it because it needs to be ridden now and then.
Oh, man.
My neighbor spotted him on it the other day. And I go, that's good. I have yet to get a key to his garage so I can get in there to get it.
Okay.
So I'm sure I'll have to get a key made when I get my apartment key, and I'll go to the Ace Hardware just right down the street here and get it made. I'm going to ask him, well, if you loan me your key, I'll go down here to the hardware store and have them make me one. And that way you won't have the hassle of having to get it done, because he's only been talking about getting it done since February.
Yeah. Well, what? Here we're already into June?
Yeah, well, he was waiting on to see if his housemate was going to move back in. She moved out, and she was gone for a month. Then she was back. I think he's just making sure I get moved in and I'm established before he gives me a key. You know, he's a person of boundaries. He's really protective about things. And I signed the lease last week. Captain.
Yeah, what's going on?
How you doing?
Well, nothing. I think this will be the last Friday in the garage. I think I'm going to move into the house. I don't want to be sitting out here sweating on live TV.
You did last year.
I'll be in a different location next Friday.
You finally get into your apartment?
I'm not going to say, because the date has been delayed so many times. It's going to be really soon. They almost have it done. They got all the tile in. And I looked down at the bathroom floor and I said, did you leave the old floor down there? And they said, oh, no, we replaced all of it. And I said, well, that's wonderful, because it looks like the period floor. I thought they had left the floor tile on the floor and just cleaned it really good. But no, he said they put new tile on the floor. They were putting the vanity in. Looks like they're making progress on it.
There you go.
Cool.
But I have the power company, the electric switched over to my name. I have a key to the mailbox.
So you're all set except for them turning it over to you.
I'm all set for them to be finished with it and for them to give me the key. I need to let the contractor know. Just tell him to give me the key, because then that leaves it out of the property manager's hands to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I talked to them when I signed the lease. I said, when am I going to get the key? And they said they didn't know when I was going to get the key. And I said, well, he said he couldn't give it to me because the contractor had the key. So, and I'm surprised they don't have more than one key to it, but it would make sense for me just to get the key from the contractor. So next time I see him, I'll say, well, when you're done, just give me the key so I can not worry the management about the key.
Yeah.
And if they ask me about it, I'll say, well, I just went ahead and had David. I know him by name. One guy's named John, one guy's named David. And if they have questions about it, I'll just say, well, David David gave me the key. And I don't think they mind.
No, I don't.
All they care about is this little thing right here.
All they care about is the rent check.
They don't want to worry too much about the keys or the utilities or anything. It's this thing. And we're up to date on that. Deposits paid, first month's rent's paid.
All right. So then how long is it going to take you to move everything over there?
Well, I'm going to try to move all the small stuff in a weekend and then leave a few large pieces. They got to move the bookcases. They got to move the stand that the TV's on, and my chest of drawers in the bedroom. Those are in the kitchen, and the dining room table has to be moved. This desk that the computer's on, when I call Spectrum to switch it over, they will tell me when they're going to do it. So right before Spectrum gets here, I'll disassemble the computer and the desk and everything. It comes apart, and go ahead and have that ready before Spectrum gets here, so they can make sure we can make sure it's all working well. I don't know if they come to your house or do they just switch the cable over or whatever, but I want to be there right at the time. So if there's a problem and it doesn't work, I can call them and get them out to get it, have them look at it if I need to.
Usually what they do is they just disconnect the house or the apartment from the junction box that they have either in the street or hitting. I'm talking about here in the street because the cable hookup is in the street right out there, or it's on a junction on apartments. It's on the junction box inside the electrical room, and they just and all they do is disconnect the particular apartment from the cable feed.
The box is right out.
That's what the cable guys tell me around here. That's what they do is they just unscrew you. So I said, so then I can get keys to the electrical equipment room, come in here and screw my apartment back. And he said, yeah.
Yeah, the box is right outside on the house. And I know the former tenant had Spectrum, so the cables should be there and everything. They don't have to run any cables. Well, hello.
Oh, no kidding. That's awesome. We can't even hear him.
You're muted, my friend.
I think Casey's fucking with us.
Possibly.
Yeah. So.
I like him better like this.
I heard that.
Are we going back to the 30s and silent movies?
Yeah, we need
there would have to be captions that come
we
up.
need the captions. Yeah.
To tell us what the hell the person's saying, and it can't just be
maybe
and didn't they have a piano or an organist in the background to sit there and even accent more of the movie? Like
they had an organ.
Yeah, it was usually some ragtime music. Did
they have cheese? Did they have salt and vinegar Pringles?
Yeah, actually, they had like cockroach flavor, booger, and vomit. Yep.
Listen, I went on a boat up the Hudson. It was like a yacht. Some guy outside Staten Island Station or Staten Ferry Station, whatever, hustled me and sold me these tickets for me, Kate, and the kids. And he said he's going to take us around. It did take us around the Statue of Liberty and everything. He's saying there's food on there, drink on there. It cost me a few quid, although I had it really cheap. So I thought the food and the drinks all was going to be free, you know what I mean? But no, it was like $10 for a bottle of Budweiser, $8 for a slice of pizza. We had some old lady in the corner on the microphone singing songs like fucking Frank Sinatra and everything. It was fucking, I mean, it was okay. It was okay. I got some footage of the place.
Really? You had granny karaoke? Sweet.
I don't know what it was. But I do know that she had a bucket and she wanted money off everybody. You know? She told a couple of buckets.
New York.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a tip bucket, it was a donation bucket.
I would have took the bucket and put it on her freaking head and freaking started beating her with her microphone. How's that for a tip, Granny?
I've got some footage of the boat ride. It was a hell of a ride. Listen, he put us on a bus. He's like, right, now you got to get on a bus. So I was like, okay. He took us on the corner. This bus, I swear to God, it was like something from the fucking the Addams Family.
Oh.
It was like a brown, rickety old fucking like one of the first ever Greyhound buses that are being fucking held together with gaffer tape.
Hold on. Are you sure it wasn't a UPS delivery truck?
Yeah, well, no, it could have been a stretched out one.
Stretched.
It's probably an old retired MTA bus.
So we all got on there, me, Kate, and the kids, and it was a boiling hot day. And then he drives through New York for fucking 10 minutes to take us to a spot, a drop-off point, where then we got to wait for the boat. And we're at the side of this building, it's like an alley. And this thing's a piss. There's like fucking 200 of us waiting to get on this boat.
So Hazy, while you were doing all this, did the song just sit right back and you hear a tale of a faithful trip that started on this. Did you hear that playing in
I've never heard that. I've never heard that.
Oh.
But anyway, so we're waiting for this fucking
He doesn't know Gilligan's Island.
It's the theme song from Gilligan's Island.
Well, I've never heard that. So anyway, we're waiting for this boat, and like the Hudson's right by us. Like we're in a big queue. So I go to the front to see what's happening, and then I see this boat coming up, and it's like one of the ones off the fucking Mississippi, like a paddle boat, it's like one of those steamboats with a big paddle thing on the back.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So now this boat's coming in, and I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, fuck, the coach was ropey. This looks even worse. You know what I mean? So it comes up, and as it gets closer, this guy jumps off. He grabs a rope, and another one they're doing this fucking thing. They're pulling it. Yeah. Then he gets a plank of wood. I swear to God, a plank of wood, like two bits of planks of wood tied together, and then that's going across the thing. And they're tying them down. And I'm looking. I'm like, there's no way Kate's going to walk across that with a fucking baby buggy. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's called a gangway.
Yeah. Fucking 200 people. 200 people.
I think Hazy was looking for the proper gangway, not the one that was made in somebody's backyard.
Yeah, and I'm looking. I'm like, what the fuck? That wasn't our boat. That wasn't our boat. Because 5 minutes later, another boat comes up like a proper yacht, like a
Tommy,
big.
You've been in Asia. You've been in freaking Asia.
They're trying to psych
people
you
really
out,
get
Asia.
down. You know how backwards this world can really get.
Oh yeah.
Over there, they probably didn't even have planks all the time. Sometimes it was just sticks, like
rope,
bridge.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Like a rope bridge.
You're lucky you got planks. Holy crap!
Well, it reminds me of the time I was able to get on a submarine to take a tour. We had to. It was on a pier, at the naval base, and we got onto one ship and walked across that, and then there was a gang plank like he described, but I think it was a piece of metal. All we walked was across a piece of metal, and you could see the top of the top of the submarine, and then we went into what they call the conning tower. We went down the hatch, and it was straight down. It was a ladder going straight down. It wasn't stairs. The way the submarines are designed. I will never forget that. That was such a wonderful experience to see
Kenny,
on a
what's
submarine.
going on? Kenny, as my garbage man said to me today, is it hot enough for you? I had to pass that on to Kenny. He's in the chat.
Is it hot?
What's up, Kenny?
Is it hot, Tom?
Here it is right now.
100 degrees. Yeah, not in your house, it ain't. Nope.
It's gone down a few degrees.
Yeah.
So yeah, today the weather guy last night said we probably will not see double-digit temperatures probably for the next 3 months.
Really?
Too damn hot.
You gonna stay in the hundreds this summer?
Yeah, we'll be all during the summer. We'll be in the hundreds. It might drop down into the upper 90s, but we'll be in the hundreds all summer long. A couple of times during monsoon season at the end of July, all the month of August and part of September, we might drop down below that if a storm cell comes in and if it's able to get water on the desert floor, because usually it evaporates before it hits the floor, which is kind of cool to watch. You're standing underneath a cell, it's lightning, it's thundering and everything else, and you can see the rain coming at you, but oops, dries up.
It's done that here a couple of times. Not often. Like hardly ever. That's only if it's been hot for like a solid week where we get like upper 90s or something. Then something like that might happen. But no. I'll tell you, Tom. You guys.
Kenny goes, I'm going to Kansas City or Kansas next month. Maybe I'll get taken away by a tornado.
Well, at least it's nice and breezy.
Yeah.
I tell you this, Tom, you guys are lucky that you live somewhere hot, okay? Because air conditioning is way cheaper than heating. I'm just putting that out there.
I know. When we had the air conditioning units replaced because there's 2 of them for the house, one for the first floor, one for the second floor. And when we had them replaced, they sat there and I told them, what was that SEER rating? I said, I want the highest SEER ratings that you possibly can get me. And they sat there and they said, okay. And I think both of them are like 18.8 SEER. And that has to do with the efficiency of the unit. The higher the SEER rating, the better the efficiency of the unit.
Okay.
And actually, we just got the power bill this morning, and it was $129.
That's it?
Yeah.
It seems reasonable, considering the weather you have there.
You got a 4-bedroom house.
My mother's bill is that.
Well, why do you freaking down, Mr. 5-bedroom instead of 4?
4-bedroom, 3 full baths. Yeah.
Anyway,
Why would you buy a 5-bedroom house when you only got 2 children?
When I had kids.
Well, that's
You only needed a 3-bedroom house, so.
Well, actually, the 5th bedroom is the game room that's right above me, where the pool table and everything else.
It's got to have a man cave.
They call that a bed. They call that the 5th bedroom. But actually,
as long as there's a closet in the room, and that game room has a bathroom in it too. It's all self-contained.
Anyway, like I was saying, cooling is cheaper than heating.
Yeah.
You guys either have a really good rate on electricity out where you live, or it's really super efficient as well. Or,
let's see. Let me see.
My freaking place
they make the electricity they make the electricity about 40 miles away from me. This big dam with this lake that popped up a river,
but we don't actually get any of that electricity, really.
I know.
That mainly goes to California and Arizona.
Is it called the vacuum dam?
No, it's the Hoover Dam, Boulder Dam.
Hoover Dam.
It's the Hoover Dam.
I thought it was a vacuum dam.
Well, yeah, the vacuum dam.
But
the dam is named after a president, not a vacuum cleaner company.
Come to think of it, I do not know later where I get my power from.
I thought it was a Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah. Is this a goddamn?
I don't know where the power I get gets generated. I don't know where the power plant is. Isn't that weird? Never thought about it.
Comes out the wall, David.
They used to have a big power plant.
Well, actually, I think most of our good chunk of our power comes from as you travel out of I-15 going up to Utah, you'll see a substation on the side, and I know exactly
where all my power comes from. Millstone 1, right on the freaking coastline.
Well,
right on the coastline of Connecticut.
There's a great big substation.
Well, Kenny says we don't get no damn electricity. And capitalized dam.
Yeah, we don't get none. It all goes south. But then again, that's the dumbest thing is when I took my tour with Tom from building, there was only 4 out of 24 turbines being operated. So it was only being operated at what, 30% capacity? 4 out of 24.
Less than that.
Like 1/4. That's like 1/6.
Yeah.
So that's less than 20%.
I saw a comment somebody made on a YouTube video the other day about electric cars. It was a great video about substations, where you can take your car and get it fast charged and all that. And there was somebody concerned that we weren't going to be able to generate enough power to recharge cars. And I commented and said, absolutely not. We will have plenty at night when the rates go down. The power companies have to generate electricity.
Yep.
But they're not operating at full capacity.
No, but then again, tell that to Texas in this past winter when how many people died because of all the ice and the freeze. I mean, my brother,
because the lines coming down. Yeah,
there was no lines that went down. They had to start shutting off the network. They did this to help take the load off of the whole network. For what? Nothing happened. Nothing broke. They shut down the grid for nothing, and they killed people for nothing.
Yeah.
No power lines.
Kenny sat there. Best tour ever. So Kenny took the tour. Well, actually, Kenny and I both took the tour together.
Pat, when did that happen?
This past winter.
That was this past winter. I want to say like January, February.
I didn't know about that.
It was all around the Dallas area. It was all around. That's my better half. It was all around the Dallas area. My brother did not have power for only 6 days. He was only without power. Oh, my wife is freaking awesome.
Yeah, she's adorable.
I love her. Ironically, we went to high school together, and I tried hooking up with her back in high school, but she didn't want nothing to do with me. So
did she give you the finger?
No, I tried giving her the finger, and she didn't want to give me none.
But did you try sticking up a bum?
So
T-Dub took one of the stimulus checks that the government was putting out and everything else, and he went out and got this huge freaking generator. Gas-powered generator, and he can hook it up to natural gas too.
So he can use it for the house. So if his power goes out again, he's just gonna go out there and pull a string. He's like, "Fuck that shit."
Well, just think how the sales of generators spiked,
But yeah, they stayed in the living room with the fireplace going, heating the house. The rest of the house got down into the 60s. His back master bedroom, he told me he's worried about the pipes freezing. And and he did that for 6 days.
6 days. And if you took a 20-minute shower, it raised the temperature in the house. What was it? 4 degrees? 4 or 5 degrees?
Really?
Yes. A 30-minute hot shower raised the temperature in the house that much when it was cold. I think the coldest he had was like in the 60s. It was down in the 60s in the house.
Thanks for that bit of information. So next, if something happens, I can go take a shower and it could raise.
New York's grid goes down every summer to many window AC running. Hell yeah, that's right, Kenny. Kenny just hit it on the nail. All the window units in New York.
Freaking freezer last year because of freaking like everybody was ordering them like crazy.
What is it? Yeah, New York's grid goes down every summer. Too many window AC running. Yep.
Yeah, they draw too much current. They're on 120, and if they were drawing 240,
called rolling blackouts.
Yeah, those, like a window AC draws about 10 amps, and you multiply 10 amps by how many ACs are running in New York City in the summertime.
My parents couldn't run a freaking AC in their apartment because their system was only 15 amp system.
Yeah,
and their AC was 30 amps.
Yeah.
Is there 9 million people in New York?
About 11, give or take.
11. It must be 9 million in London then. That's a lot of people, huh?
Yeah. I thought London had a higher population.
Look it up. I might be wrong.
It might be the other way around.
I don't know. I'm going to look it up right now.
Look up the population of London.
London
was more like 20,000 or up in the.
No, it might be 3 million actually in London.
The
23 million.
Hold on. The population of New York City is 8.1 million.
Okay. It's gone down. You know where they all went? North Carolina
and Connecticut
and Virginia. They all moved to Virginia and North Carolina and Connecticut. Their population actually dropped by 1 million. You're kidding me.
The population of London is 8.9 million.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's got to be.
Kenny pretty much overflowed with people, but
now look what the population of Wales is.
And so is California. Yeah,
it's probably.
How big is the population of Wales?
The whole country is probably the population of a small city, of a mid-sized city. Let me guess, 2 million.
3.
I was close. I'm going to call that pretty close. 2 million.
Okay.
It's 3 million.
That's awesome. I like it.
That's the population of the state of the East Coast section of Virginia. 3 million people.
It's 3.1 million in Wales, and that's the same population as Connecticut.
That's my whole country.
I know. Your country is about the same size as New Jersey. But I bet it smells better. I'll eat that one. I'm not apologizing. been to New Jersey. I know.
All right, you ready for this? The whole
I've been to
population,
New Jersey too.
for the whole state of Nevada. The whole state of Nevada, 3.8 million.
Yeah, you have more people than Connecticut, slightly.
Slightly.
Oh, if you took the population of Connecticut and added the population of North Dakota, that's the population of Nevada.
Pizza a minute, probably burning.
What?
Uh-oh.
Crystal wants me to help her for a second.
Okay. Hey, Crystal.
She wants to put her finger splint back on, because I beat the crap out of her. I beat the crap out of her, so we have to tape up her wounds once in a while. Oh, shush. There. You good?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you should see the black eye she's got, too. Oh, my God. Maybe I should stop hitting her with the freaking iron.
That might have something to do with it.
Who's doing here? Jimmy C. Hang on. Here we go. There we go. All right.
What up? What up? What up?
What
What's
up?
going on, Jim?
Going on, folks?
How you going, Jim?
Well, who are you? I think you look familiar. It's been a while, right?
That breezed in.
You're that jerk that used to hang out on my show. I haven't seen in ages. Good to see you, man. How you been?
I'm just some derelict that breezed in off the streets like
man.
With those outskirts of town AA meetings.
Okay. You were at the other group therapy. Okay.
Anyway, what's up? What's
Nothing
going on?
special, man. I just sat down here and freaking turned some shit on and see my buddies over here, so I come over here, Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
I've just been chilling. Freaking just watched Dizzy's latest video from yesterday.
I didn't watch any videos today.
No?
I haven't yet either.
No, I
noticed Hazy put one up.
Yeah, Hazy. I watched Hazy's. He was doing that drive in the T4.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hold on, guys. Be right back.
Oh.
I believe I have indigestion.
Indigestion?
Yeah. I had some scrambled eggs with cheese, and that's not what's causing the indigestion. I believe it was the fact that I added, like a shitload of, caramelized onion.
But yeah, they might.
That might have something to do with it.
Yeah, they might have a little to do with it. I'm thinking you just got a burp.
Yeah, they got me a little burpy.
Yeah.
So they're definitely doing the fermenting thing there.
Yeah.
I'm sure they tasted better going down than the second time.
You know what? They sure did, Dave. They sure did.
I hate it when I go eat something good and then 2 hours later, here I go again,
Yeah.
Hold it, wait. Let's see what Hazy's got.
At least they're not repeating. That looks great, Hazy.
Oh, dinner's ready, huh?
So where's yours?
A personal pizza.
That's mine.
I had mine earlier. That's what I had today. Pizza. Leftover pizza.
Well,
up,
it
Jimmy?
is like 10 o'clock at night over there.
Man?
It's like 10 of 10, so.
It's a snack. It's midnight snack.
No, it's only 10 of 10.
Early snack.
Come on.
That's freaking dinner.
Yeah.
That ain't no snack.
Late dinner.
That's dinner.
Well, I had pizza last night and then the leftover pizza today for lunch.
Kenny, if you want to freaking prevent the freaking heartburn from tea, all you do, drink the cream before you drink the tea. Drink some milk before you drink the tea. Drink some milk. Take a slug of milk before you drink the tea. You'll be fine.
I thought tea was a cure for heartburn. Never heard of anybody getting heartburn from tea.
Green tea actually has caffeine in it. Caffeine can actually freaking stimulate the stomach's production of.
Oh, well, I'm thinking about the other tea, the dark tea. Okay.
No, black tea has even more caffeine.
Black tea, is that Mr. T?
Mr. T.
It's instant tea's probably made.
No, I don't. I pity the fool.
I ain't got no plane.
Milk does body good.
Snickers bar.
He's starting to do Aaron rent-to-own commercials out here now.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sitting there, what did we see the other night? It was a double A team. Aaron, rent-to-own. So
At least he's still working.
yeah.
Rent to own.
I gotta see that commercial. He's probably gray now. He probably uses what is that stuff men use for their hair when it turns gray?
Back to black.
Yeah, back to black.
Grecian formula?
Grecian formula number 21 or something.
Oh, I use that all the time.
Apparently.
Jimmy uses it. Who, Jimmy?
I don't use it. I use just for men.
Yep, just for men.
That is clever for Aaron's to get him as one of their sponsors, or one of
Do you
their.
really, Jimmy?
No, I don't use any products.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
I don't have any hair to use a product on.
Yeah, I'm not only the hair club president, I'm also a client.
Mhm.
I do need to
Crystal?
trim it a little bit.
There's Chris. Oh, say hi. There's Chris.
How are you?
Good.
What have you done to your finger?
I took it and I went like this. I went, freaking snap.
No, I held something wrong and it cracked and it hurt and I think I sprained it.
You held something wrong.
Yeah, she held the finger up to Captain too long, and he smacked it.
Yeah, and this morning she went to freaking get something from behind her dresser, and she ended up freaking twisting her wrist a little bit. So that's
Yeah,
Crystal.
and I hurt
That would do it.
even more.
Yep.
You probably
Yeah,
shouldn't keep
Crystal.
things behind your dresser.
I dropped the key.
She dropped the key to the jewelry box behind the dresser, and it ended up underneath it. Not just like up against the wall. It freaking scooted underneath the dresser a little bit, so she's under there and hurt her wrist.
Oh.
Can you tighten that?
I'm gonna tighten your.
Crystal,
face.
you walk into many doors.
Yes.
She sure does. That's Crystal.
Do you not know Crystal? She's fragile.
Hey, doctor, doctor
Well,
says,
Crystal,
how'd you
I'm
do it?
swimming in
Well, I
some
ran
swim
into
pool,
the door.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
Me and Crystal
Yeah.
got tattoos
My
in
hair.
the same day in the same place. Give me, Crystal.
Yep, she bleached her hair too. She's.
I got all of them.
Oh wait, hold it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna dye it.
Mhm.
Says Team Hazy Days.
Crystal got a tattoo from that same place.
I know. Crystal's was fucking proper ghetto gangster.
Yeah, that's ghetto gangster, all right.
I got video footage of that.
Oh man.
Oh.
So anyway, I'm
What do you
wondering.
mean?
We're gonna need milk too.
Crystal wants to go to the store now.
Hang on.
Okay.
I gotta stop at the dollar store.
You're gonna go to Family Dollar.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try to find the red dye because I want that one here red.
You know it was raining. Is it still raining?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, what's up, Sean Log?
Hey, Shandog, what's going on?
Yeah, I
You-
know. I have to change my pants because I'm gonna get pocket.
What did Pat take
It's
off?
steamy out there.
Yeah.
What's up, Mike? How you
Oh, we're
doing?
missing. We've got one MOA, missing in action. MIA.
Yeah, he ducked out a while ago.
I know he did. I'd forgotten about him.
He's talking about how hot his wife was all of a sudden, and he disappeared.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what he's doing.
Let's think about that.
I mean, Tom, if I was you, I wouldn't think about it too hard. It's his son and daughter-in-law.
Yeah. Well, I could run down the street and just bang on the door.
No.
Well, Kenny, Kenny might want to come up for a little while. I don't know if he comes up or not.
Hang on.
Kenny can get in his car and come over and sit in the next bar stool and be on
Right.
pot, too. But I would not go out, drive to be on a live show when I got a swimming pool in my backyard.
I didn't realize Kenny lived in your neighborhood.
Kenny lives about, I want to say maybe 20 minutes away.
Oh, that's more than around the block.
Yeah.
Well, that's not bad though.
No, that's not bad. That's how long it takes to get from one end of my town to the other. So Kenny's would be just out to the edge of the city.
What's that? What's going on there then? What's happening there?
Where?
Where?
What? 15 minutes by freeway. Okay. That's what Kenny said.
Was I only
Well, he's about the same distance I am from my job. That's how long my commute is, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Was I the only one who just seen the backwoods kid?
No, Kenny's got a swimming pool. I'm in the swimming pool today.
Yeah, I'd be in that pool.
Fucking knock it out, Jimmy. What did you just spit on then? You're in your house. What the fuck?
I got a spittoon right there.
Spittoon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called a trash can.
Yep. Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, before Kenny moved, we were like 2 miles apart. He was right down the street.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now he moved over a little north of me, up by Lone Mountain. It's this mountain that they call it Lone Mountain because it's just sticking out in the middle of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
So a bright individual named it Lone Mountain.
They're probably from Texas.
Took a lot of thought on that one.
Yeah.
They call this sticky out mountain.
Lone Star, the Lone Mountain.
What did you say, Hazy?
Shouldn't have they called this sticky out mountain?
Yeah. They could have.
Mm-hmm. People were a lot simpler back then, though.
Yeah. Well, names stick, you know.
Lone Mountain is his backyard. All righty.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, you can lay in his pool and you look up at Lone Mountain, and then there's a hiking trail that if you want to hike to the top of it. Perfect thing I want to do is sit there and spend the next 2 hours hiking on a trail. And
that must be a bitch to fucking mow.
A bitch to mow. You desert landscaping, Hazy.
Yeah, there's no
There's no grass.
yeah.
No grass.
Very little. What grass they have there, they have to plant.
That's why it's a bitch to mow.
No, it's
Nurse
not
it
pronounced grass. It's pronounced cacti.
Grass, cactus, and palm trees.
It's pronounced tumbleweeds.
Oh,
That's all I got.
yeah, there's.
I'll be right back. Wife just came home.
I have one more.
Okay. Crystal apparently has one more.
I have one more candy.
Okay.
One more what?
Candy.
Candy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, candies.
Got one more candy.
I'm doing okay, Shandog. Just kind of
What's
hanging out.
What's up, Captain Jerk? I heard you on the missing fucking list lately.
Well, I'm just hanging out, just chilling. Not really doing much of anything. I've been going over to my friend's house, doing work in the yard. Getting sunburned as hell. If you can't tell, my face is kind of red. But
Yep.
my arms are really red and very, very sore. And
Let's have a look at your white bits. That's what you can tell.
you can see around here, I'm very red.
What, did you actually go outside?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
yeah. Usually it requires, leaving.
Yeah.
Here's Tom Cruise is back.
Oh.
So
He was in the pool. He was in the pool. No. Turn on the mic. There you go.
No, I was not in the pool. I was just looking at the water temp. It's freaking almost 90 degrees.
Bath water.
It is.
No,
It's freaking bath water.
You wasn't looking at the water tank.
You wouldn't cool
banged your
off
wife.
too much in that pool. You have to wait till this evening.
So might have to start putting the cover on it during the day.
Yeah. Because what good is it if the water's 90 degrees when it's 100 degrees?
But the good thing about it is it still feels good. I mean, it jump in it right now. I'd be happy.
Mm-hmm.
If you chuck some potatoes and carrots, you can make a stew in that.
Almost.
I've been doing a lot of work out in my friend's yard. She has a pretty decent sized property. It has tons and tons and tons and tons of trees. Her lawn hadn't been mowed.
Does she now? Does she?
Yeah.
And nobody's really been taking care of the freaking property. So everybody's working, busy. Her friends can't be over there all the time. And I'm the only one that doesn't have a freaking job, so I've been going over there.
Nice.
Telling me you've been going over and taking care of your friend's lawn.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yay for pools.
Kenny's got it right, man.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a pool in a long time.
Nope. I've tried to buy a couple
Killer.
of them.
Which killer's that?
Maybe Dexter.
I picked up a pool this morning for Harry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pools are cool, man, but the work that it takes to maintain them is not necessarily worth all the work.
No. You don't work on a pool to maintain it. You get a robot.
It's not that easy.
Yeah, it is. You get one of those in-ground pools with the nice freaking
Yeah, you can take the vacuum. That'll take the vacuum out of it, but
Yeah.
What? Adding chemicals is difficult.
Listen, if you got a pool, if you got a pool in your house, you can pay a dude to come around and sort that shit out.
Seriously.
No, you can get a pool pretty cheap, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, paying someone to come and take care of it is a different story.
What?
Or you can just stop being a lazy ass bitch and do it yourself.
Kenny says his pool guy costs him $100 a month.
Yeah. Which ain't bad, but
B Wizzle's our friend. He'd probably just do it, freaking half price.
I think that's a job I'd like to have. I'd like to be a pool guy.
You don't have the body for it.
Yeah.
Well, I'd lose a whole lot of weight.
He just
You
has to do a few
gotta
sit-ups.
lose some weight and pick up some muscle, so then they can call you pool boy.
Sit-ups.
I don't want to be a pool boy.
Well, you got to be a little younger too.
What?
I need to be a little younger to be a
Where you
pool
going?
boy.
Oh, you're taking
I'm
Brianna?
sure there's a demand for.
Well, Jimmy's letting us know what his
Need the pool
preference on a pool guy is.
I'm sure there's
Go
a
good
demand.
body and be young.
Kenny says his guy cleans the pool once a week.
Yeah, that's not bad, man. Yeah.
So
I'm in it every weekend with the
$100
vacuum.
$100, yeah.
That's why I
see?
got this tan going on now
Right.
because I'm out there getting burned every day.
Yeah, you're also young. You're also a lot younger than Ken.
And so
Yeah,
I agree with Kenny. I don't want to do it either, but it's all right. It's no biggie.
Yeah,
I don't
right
wanna
now.
I'm not going to pay somebody to do it.
Yeah, you in 20 years you will be.
Maybe.
But if you let me come over and use your pool, I will clean it.
No problem. Anytime. I got like 12 floaties. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with in the garage anyway. So
Kenny goes, I don't want to do it.
No.
I don't blame him. I don't want to either.
I'm not much younger than Kenny, and I don't want to freaking do it either. But to freaking have a pool, I would do it.
Our first house, we had a pool, and and I'm in there cleaning it every Saturday and everything else back and forth. And TW and Pat were younger then, and they came up to me and said, Dad, can we have 50 cents or a buck or whatever each? And I go, why? And they said, we want to go swimming over at the Garside pool. That was the public pool down the street.
Yeah.
And so I'm cleaning the pool in their backyard. They're asking me for $2 to go to the public pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's where their friends
buddies
are.
are.
That's where all their mates are, yeah.
That's how they socialize.
Well, yeah, Tom.
Did you really want them to bring all their buddies
Hey,
to
they
the
can
house?
bring all
That's what I
their
was going to
friends
say.
over
Do
to
you
your
want
house.
them to bring all their friends over to make your pool the public pool?
My
They
father
can
would
bring
have. My father would have none of that. Okay, they can come over, but you better not make it a regular thing because he'd be putting us all the work if we were in the yard. You know.
Yeah.
Freaking-
Yeah. You want to swim in a pool? Go mow the lawn. You know, that backfires.
paint the house while you're at it. You know.
No,
freaking-
that
I didn't do that.
backfires.
Hey,
It
trim the heads
backfires when you
before
tell
I
the kids.
Uh-huh.
No, when you tell the kids do work and then go swimming, all those filthy kids are gonna freaking be like tired and sweaty, and they're gonna go for a freaking dip in your pool, and you're gonna have to clean it for a week.
Oh yeah, you'll have all that sweat in your pool.
It's parts per million. We're gonna knock so much water out of that pool, it won't make a difference because you're gonna have to refill it. You know.
You know those like the pool at the Y or whatever. They have to chemically factor that into their equation. They got to factor in.
Yeah, that's how you.
Well, the other side of the coin, as dry as it is here, the sun will evaporate water out of your pool.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, it will go down.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So when we had this house built, we sat there and we let the backyard go and didn't do anything in the backyard. And Nancy said, let's put a pool in. And I told her no. And she goes, why? And then I told her, go get your suit on. I said, I got a couple extra roofing tiles. We'll go put them in Joanne's pool next door. I want you to dive in, pick up the ceiling tiles and put them on the side of the pool. And she looked at me and she says, you know I can't swim. Then I said, what the fuck do you want a swimming pool for?
Tell her that she needs to learn how to swim, and then you could get a pool.
No, I felt like you were telling me a Quentin Tarantino movie then.
No. We've had this discussion.
And if you
about
pricks
pools,
move,
and
I'll
you told
execute
the same
every
story
motherfucking
before.
one of the last one of you. Why the fuck do you need a swim pool?
Yeah, we told the same story before.
What are you in a swimming pool for? Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you this though. If you do give somebody a swimming pool and they don't use it, just turn it into a koi pond.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or a skate
They end
park.
up that way. They end up that way often.
Right, let's get. Are you talking about the swimming pools that you put up?
Yeah.
Or ones you dig?
Either one.
No. A dug pool.
A dug swimming pool can cost up to $50,000 in this valley.
Depending upon, just because of the caliche you got to go through.
Yeah.
The
But
what?
yeah, it's pretty much bedrock. There's only two options. It's called caliche, and you can jackhammer it or you can blast it. That's the only way to get through it.
Oh,
And that's
sure.
what makes
That sucks,
and throughout the valley, there's some areas where it's like right on the surface. You dig down a foot and you're hitting caliche.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
And so then it's like you're screwed. You're not even getting a 1 foot deep pool.
The Kaliki. Yeah, we hit bedrock fucking right here. I'm on it. I can't put a shovel in the ground more than 2 inches in most of my yard.
Mm-hmm.
You live
That's
on
pretty
a
much Vegas.
mountain?
That's
All right, hold it. Wait. Shandog said we had a policeman drown today trying to save some kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
Damn.
No.
that fucking
that
sucks.
sucks, buddy.
That sucks.
Yeah, Jim, you live on a mountain, which is made out of rocks.
it is made out of rock. It's called granite.
Granite Mountain.
Look, see.
No, it's the Granite State.
Yeah.
It's nothing but a big rock, you know.
Yeah.
That's why there are no basements in this valley.
Yeah. Hardly any. In the older houses closer to the center of valley, you will find some, but newer houses, you got to pay for it.
Basements are overrated.
No,
They're dang.
Everyone's got a basement.
In Las Vegas, a basement would
every
not
house
be
has a
overrated.
basement, and a loft should be converted to a room. Every house.
Well, see, my apartment, this room is a basement.
If we had a basement in here, it would be the coolest place in the house.
Yeah,
it is cool in here.
Air conditioning running.
I have not needed air conditioning until yet, and we're already into June. We had one day it was up to 90 degrees, and I didn't even know it. And
when I stayed in New York, we had a basement apartment, and it was lovely in there.
You were here the hottest week of the year too.
Yeah,
a basement apartment here in New England will run about 55 degrees year round.
Depends on how it's set up.
It does. It depends, but basically, an underground basement. If you're not heating it with your freaking furnace or whatever, they generally run about 55 degrees all year round. Yeah, trust me, I lived in one for a long time.
I've lived in many basements, but I know some of them are nice and cool, and some of them are just like there's no ventilation in.
Well, that's another story. That's another story.
My dad's house had a basement.
Depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah, dude.
A lot of people I know here that have a basement, they have some problem with it. And even this one, there's a problem. The wall right behind this computer, the wall I'm facing, up to about the level of the computer screen, you can see the paint and whatever the wall's made out of peeling off, and they've already been in here to fix it once. So that's not going to be my problem much longer.
we get earthquakes in Connecticut every year, about 5 or 6.
Yeah, Yep, the Northeast has them. They're just small though. They're
just little baby ones, but we do get them. I actually tripped over a curb. Like I went to step off of a curb, and you heard this weird noise, and freaking I totally missed the damn curb, and I'm like, oh, what the hell's going on? I didn't smoke any weed today.
The ground's moving under.
we had a little earthquake a couple of years ago. And it happened I screwed a fan into the ceiling just up there, just normal table fan. So I screwed it to the ceiling.
I'm glad you finished that with into the ceiling.
Yeah. Listen, I shit you not, this is the truth. This is what happened. As I put the last screw in, the fucking earthquake happened. So I put the last screw in, and then my house started shaking a bit. I was like, fuck. I fucking put one too many screws in. I fucking dropped the house.
I think you lost.
I swear to God.
I think you lost.
Yeah, I was gonna say when too many came loose.
No, seriously, it was a true thing. Because straight away, my mother phoned me and she said, "Did you just feel that?" And I was like, "What?" She said, "Fuck off! You just felt. Obviously, you felt it." I was like, "What the fucking yeah?" I was like, "How the fuck do you know what I just felt?" She's like, "It's a fucking earthquake. We all felt it." I was like, "Fuck!" But it was just as I put the last screw in. I swear to God, you couldn't have fucking told me.
Yeah, you can be in places and not feel the earthquake.
But the thing is, we don't have them over here, so it was a very rare thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know?
They're quite common though.
It was just like a tremor thing.
They have the earth kind of moves around, but nobody ever knows it because it's never. Nobody feels it until it gets to the point where it got with Hazy. We had one of those not too long ago. I walked by the kitchen and I could hear this rattling sound. And it was, I'm not kidding, it was pots and pans rattling. And I'm like, I hear pots and pans rattling and there's nothing going on. And then I find out we had a little
little tremor.
Like that.
That's all we usually have here is enough to rattle the plates, you know.
You're lucky
to hear that.
It rattles the cups in the freaking cabinet, or it freaking rattles the pictures on the walls, makes one of them fall off once in a while. I mean,
I thought it was traffic. I thought it was something out on the road causing it. There wasn't anything out there.
Well, Kenny's the resident earthquake expert. I mean,
apparently
he lived in Southern California for a long time.
Yeah.
And every now and then we'll get an earthquake in here, but it's nothing like they get in Southern California.
Why would you? I mean, why would you live in a place? It's like Tornado Alley. Why would you? What the fuck is wrong with these people?
I got this one. Living in Tornado Alley is not as bad as people think it is. There's not like 100 tornadoes a year or something. Hazy.
No, but it's called Tornado Alley. That's enough for me.
It's called Tornado Alley because that's where most of them are in the United States. Connecticut gets tornadoes every year. Last year, we got one that ripped through 6 towns and caused collateral damage the whole way.
I know. I was on a call watching it.
Worth of damage. Come on.
Yeah, and you're not anywhere near Tornado Alley.
No, we're not. We're on the coast.
And it didn't
by a tornado last year.
And it didn't make national news like all the cities or towns that are located in Tornado Alley.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where the other ones happened. This place is called Tornado Alley. Like, I'm looking for a place. Where do I want to live? Hang on, there's a massive map. It's thousands of miles big, and there's all these great places. What's this place here? What's it called? Let me get my glasses. Tornado Alley. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, we'll go there.
Yeah.
Good job. But
Funny thing is, though, that's not on a map.
It does cover a lot of territory, but believe it or not, there are not that many tornadoes in that.
Are you telling me it's false advertising?
Because it's so big, it's such a big area. It doesn't mean that there's tornadoes every damn day or something, or every week. That just means that there are more of them there than there are
everywhere else. There's a chance during the summer that it might blow by. One might blow by you.
I'm just saying
you're going to be hanging out in the basement for the night.
And the thing about it is,
I've never wanted to live in an alley.
Yeah, but the thing about Hurricane Alley or Tornado Alley, whatever you want to call it, it's a very fertile piece of land in this country. Okay, very fertile and very beautiful. So
yes, it's gorgeous out there.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same as the people in Florida during hurricane season down there.
Oh, fire season?
Yeah, or fire season in California. I mean,
or Australia.
Yeah.
Did you remember seeing the map view?
That last one
view of Australia, and it looks like the whole freaking country's on friggin' fire.
Yeah. I saw
holy
that.
Shit. Put California to shame for sure, dude. Holy crap. Like, wow. Unreal.
Fucked up, innit?
I've never seen anything like that. A whole country burning? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Australia is one of the biggest countries. Come on. It's a continent.
I don't think the whole country is burning. I think they might have showed you some fake pictures.
No,
the fire was huge, dude. The fire was huge.
The fight last year's fire in Australia was huge.
I know it was huge, but they also had huge floods.
Okay, Hazy, it wasn't just one area. There was a lot of people committing arson down there on purpose. They were purposely burning shit. It's crazy. But that's...
I mean, that's your Australians for you. Where's Gaffer?
Look at...
You just know.
Yeah, look at where the Australians come from. They're cast out Brits.
Yeah, where the fuck do you think you come from, motherfucker?
Where the fucking British and all their cast outs. See, we were smart enough to break away. We're like, yo, fuck that shit. We don't want that shit. We're smart enough, dude, to get the fuck out.
I'm an escapee from the
fucking. Yeah, you did those. You did those people.
Mostly Irish.
Shit. Listen, the true warriors stayed. The true warriors, we stayed and we fucking fought for what was right, you know?
This is true.
Yeah, you sent people to Australia because they stole.
You're not French, so I can't fault you there. You're not French, so I can't fault you there. You just didn't drop everything and say, oh shit, the Germans are here.
Yeah. Oh no, we don't fucking bend over for nobody. Listen, we were doing statistics and Wales got 3 million people in Wales, just Wales. The UK, there's over 60 million people in the UK, and we only make up 3 million of them, and they still couldn't fucking take us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't fuck around with them.
But they did bend you over the negotiating table.
No, they didn't. Nobody got bent over no table. Or not me, anyway.
Yeah, Scotland finally gave them they offered Scotland their freedom, and the Scots are just like, nah, we'll stick around.
Hazy, did I tell you about the night I met a dude from fucking Wales on YouTube here?
Yeah, you did.
The drunk motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that was too funny. I knew right away he was from Wales.
Yeah, North Wales he was from, though, wasn't he?
Uh-huh.
Holy smokes.
He sounded like Nick Jones, like you read about.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man.
What was he like?
He was like a troll, like Nick Jones, man.
Oh, was he?
Oh yeah, he's horrible, drunk, fucking being ignorant, and freaking. He's like, it was like 2:00 in the morning for him, and he was shit faced, right, out in the road trying to freaking get people, the few people that were out, to talk to us on YouTube. He's like, "Hey, Americans on the computer, come on, talk to him." And everybody was treating him like he was a village idiot, you know. It's funny.
He might have been. He might have freaking been. You never know.
Well, there's a lot of fucking village idiots in North Wales. A lot of them.
Yourself included.
Oh, he lives in Cardiff.
I live in South Wales.
Oh,
He lives in Cardiff.
I don't know where the fuck any of it is, man. Come on.
Listen, don't get me mixed up with those fucking clowns. You know?
Well, look how mixed up Hazy would get in our place because there's such
Fucking A. Fucking
area.
A.
Can't even figure out how to keep his car off the curb.
Well, that has something to do with the city. I don't.
No,
think
it doesn't.
Might be the
No, it
city's fault.
doesn't, dude.
It's fault.
To be
No,
fair,
that
it might
was
have been
him
the
all
city's
day.
fault.
Well, no, that was a bad design to build.
No,
a
you gotta.
Listen, I've got
No.
a photo. Listen, you can shut the fuck up. I've got a photo. What can I demonstrate it with?
Dude, as soon as I saw that,
There's a
that whole
big
was
jagged edge
so-
like that.
there was
Yeah.
plenty of room for you to drive around him and straighten the fuck out. You know,
Yeah, right.
there's
I would have
plenty of
done
room.
the same thing. I would have hit that curb
Of
myself.
course there was. I mean, without a doubt there was, but I didn't, did I? Yeah.
Two people who are there say that the curb did it and I should have drove, and then one guy over here is sitting there saying he should have drove around. So was the curb jagged or not?
Oh, Tom, it's a tall curb. It's
It
a
was
very
done-
tall.
It was
tall-
poorly designed. It was poorly.
Hold on, no.
engineered.
Listen.
he took
I
the
could go
corner
on Google
wrong.
Earth.
He
I
just
could go on
took the corner
Google Earth
wrong.
and take you there right now.
You took
Okay,
the
you know
corner
what a tall
wrong.
I mean,
curb is?
Tom, they have this.
Hold on.
It's one
Well,
of
how
those.
tall was it?
They put in one of those traffic circle things, one of those roundabout things,
Yeah.
and there's drainage, an outlet for the drain right on the
Yeah.
end. And
Yeah.
instead of moving the drain, which they probably couldn't do, they just cemented a square, like an angle around the drainage den, and it's sticking out in the road.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
No,
Like
no,
it's like a jagged brick, like sharp angle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's one of
If
those.
it was smooth, I would have went up a little bit and just down. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
well,
just went up and just fucking banged it.
That
Easy.
cobblestone's been there for a couple hundred years, dude.
Yeah, that drain was
It's
there.
been
for
hit
a
by
couple hundred
plenty.
years.
Okay.
Okay, Americans haven't been there for a couple of 100 years. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, Worcester's been there at least 200 years.
Yeah.
At least
You know what a-
200.
you know what a
Probably
Listen,
more like
called?
300.
Listen, I got
All right.
fish sticks in the freezer older than America.
Yeah.
Casey, do you know what a tall curb is called?
Yeah, it's
A
called
short-
Hazy Daisy's Curb.
It's called a short wall.
Mm.
Yeah, it is.
It is pretty much a knee knocker, the one he drove into. But
Listen,
Yes,
I don't
it
give a fuck. Listen, you got to understand. You got to understand the journey I undertook to get.
I
to
do
that.
understand.
We don't have
You-
to understand a motherfucking thing.
You were driving on the right side of
You
the
haven't got to
road.
understand anything.
You were driving on the right side of the road.
You've
You couldn't
called yourself
figure it out.
pigeon, so I don't expect you to understand the fucking thing.
You just
That's
couldn't
fine.
handle. You just couldn't handle riding on the right side of the road.
That's it. You just got
Hang on,
confused.
Bob. Jack, what's happening? Jack hid behind the door and scared Kate. Yeah, what were we saying? Who's got to understand who?
I don't know.
It was pretty
That
cool.
was
I
like
ain't gonna
yesterday.
enjoy it.
Okay.
A tall curb is a flat for hazy.
Yeah.
It's called the short wall.
A flat for hazy is a tall curb.
It's a
Or
pony
tall
wall.
curb is a flat for hazy.
Listen, I couldn't turn up at Dizzy's without fucking work for him, could I? That'd be rude.
Yeah, well, he jumped from the video. He jumped right into sitting there changing the tire.
Yeah, they did.
Trying to.
Everyone did. It was Drive Shaft Drew was there. Angry Dog was there. Who else was there? Me, Jack, Tina, Kate, Harry. You wasn't there.
Well, hell, y'all could have picked up the car rather than jacking it up then.
David, you wasn't there when I was changing my tire.
You were changing your tire right there at Dizzy's because I remember watching them try to work on your tire in a shop.
So, in other words, yeah, he was there.
Dizzy said he couldn't fix it because
No, he wasn't. He wasn't there when I turned up at Dizzy's.
Oh.
He was there when I went to Dizzy's shop the next day to see what to fix it.
Oh, okay.
I was there.
You was at Dizzy's.
In Dizzy's parking lot. I was in that big room, where that big garage door is. And I told you, I said to you, why don't you just pull it on in the garage here?
Shandog.
And you did.
Triple A, you Dizzy.
Well, there were so many people there.
David Collins. No, you're wrong. Because when I had the puncture, I turned up at Dizzy's house.
Yeah.
Oh, that time. I wasn't even there yet.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
Neither was I.
Problem solved.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I mean, we got there in the end. That's what counts.
Oh yeah.
But listen. On a serious note, I got my rental car.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, I was loading it up with the family and driving fucking across America for the first time. You know what I mean? Through New York, I might add.
You went and did it, bud.
Yeah, no fucking wrong. And I stopped in Connecticut first.
It was a time of completely new experiences all around.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I've drove on the other side of the road in Spain, but it's different. Spain is like no traffic. New York is like all the traffic.
Yeah. It's one of the worst places in the world for traffic.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
World.
Don't take California freeways. Come on.
Listen, the UK is just as bad. I'm telling you, it's just as bad over here. That's why I can drive so well.
Hazy didn't get an opportunity to taste California freeways, but riding through New York is still, it's different. It's way different than California. I mean, California's got 10 lanes and it's full. New York's got 6 lanes and you're not moving,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, California is more like you're in fucking traffic jams, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but they're bigger roads. They're bigger roads. They get bigger highways.
Said New York is a moving parking lot.
A moving parking lot. Yeah.
You could say the same about California, really.
Yeah.
And slowly but surely, Las Vegas is turning.
I drove through the Holland Tunnel.
Yeah.
Connecticut.
Were you worried?
Yeah.
No.
You should have
been. Jimmy, tell them about I-91 in Connecticut during rush hour.
Well, depends on where you're at, but for the most part, you don't want to be anywhere near Hartford.
Yeah, I was there. I was. That's where I was.
Yeah? You drove through Hartford during rush hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't fun, was it?
I went to a place called Jimmy's, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah?
And that's
Jimmy's
where it
Pizza?
is. No, Jimmy's fucking seafood restaurant.
Oh, Jimmy's Seafood. That's down on 95.
Damn. What does Kenny sit there and he says, fuck rental cars, my car for Kansas next month for a week is going to cost me $850. Damn.
Ooh, dang.
What the hey?
Yeah, you might as well just buy
well, I'm pretty sure he, for one, he's not an Econo box, and two, well, that's
Just go to Craigslist and look in like the services wanted section and look for some dude willing to drive you around.
We're in
the
wrong business.
Listen, I paid $700.
And you know what we did? My cousin bought a freaking beater, freaking Cutlass Supreme, right? And we traveled around in that freaking thing. And that was a way better bet than trying to freaking rent a car or take your own car.
Yeah.
Oh. A
We
beater
did have
with a
some
heater?
issues because my cousin forgot to change the freaking check the oil and the radiator fluid and we did a new radiator by Virginia, so it was fine. They took it out and brazed it closed and stuffed it back in, and we were good to go.
Right.
There you go.
That was interesting.
What the hell's a Yaris?
The Yaris is a little car.
A little Toyota.
Yeah, the Yaris.
For $850? Holy fuck!
Why?
Yeah, rent a car for like a week, and that's going to cost you $850.
Yeah, but it's usually a regular car usually only costs like $60 a day. If you know,
It's
not
like,
100.
you know, he said like 400, like half.
You got to remember, he's in Las Vegas where everything's more expensive.
If I were going to pay $800,
Yeah, he's going to be in Kentucky,
Kansas City.
No, it can't.
Right.
No way.
Right.
A car will cost you $800 to rent in Kentucky. I can
Kansas
tell you
City.
that.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about Kansas.
There's not much
Maybe
difference.
Louisville, maybe.
Louisville might be a little high, but anywhere else Louisville's not like the whole rest of the state. Louisville's like a thing of its own.
Well, the last time we were in Texas for a week, and the car cost us 500 and some change, but they gave us a free upgrade. They gave us a Dodge minivan, and it still was the same price. But then I had reserved an intermediate car. So,
What's Anthony? Last time you did a road trip, it was a small Toyota U-Haul. Had a box to camp in. What?
Hey, Anthony.
Anthony.
had a
Switch
box
stop
camping.
camping.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
You had the
plane
box
ticket's only
camping.
300. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, this I'm gonna go jump in the show anyway, so I'm gonna head off, guys.
Right, we can smell you
All
from
right.
here. So.
Thanks for coming
Later.
up, Hayden.
You're welcome. I've been working hard on my van today.
All right.
Done
I
a lot
saw
of work.
the video up.
Have a good
Well,
evening.
yeah, there's a new video on my channel. Check it
I
out.
know. I gotta watch it. I just saw the thing a little while.
Listen, you guys have a good show, and I'll speak to you soon.
All right,
Peace.
we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Have a good one, Hazy.
Okay. So let's see. Wait. The plane ticket was only $300. All right. All right. So $850 for a car. You fly to Kansas City. You get, or Wichita, Kansas, Wichita. Yeah, there. So you
If you're
fly
flying
there.
into Kansas City, you're flying into Kansas City.
Yeah. But he's spending $850 for a car. Damn. For a week.
Gosh, I would have figured out a way to get around that somehow. I would have flown into a different airport and gotten a cheaper car.
Yeah, your rental car is more expensive than your airplane ticket.
That's what I'm saying, but he's paying for something. He's getting gouged for something.
Here he is. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, what I was saying, last time me and my buddy had to drive from Louisiana to Utah, pick up some car parts. So not a whole lot, but we just rented one of those little small U-Hauls, and we was up there for 7 days and got back. It was $350.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? One of the little U-Hauls with a little box on it, and we slept in the back. That was our camper.
Oh, one of the U-Hauls that you tow, not one of the drive.
Well, no, a U-Haul truck.
Yeah, it's a Toyota with a little small box on it. Probably, maybe 13-footer, maybe? Or 12.
Yeah, the 1995 a day version.
Yeah.
You telling me you slept in a Toyota?
Yeah, slept in a Toyota.
Okay. Toyota?
Hey, we even cut a board that had the door to come down and meet it to where it still would close and latch, so we can put a small window unit in there to run the air conditioner. You pull in the RV park, pay for the night, and you just plug up, turn it, booger on, climb the back, go to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, you need an air conditioner.
Well, it was. We did. Yeah, we did. It was in the middle of summer. It was freaking hot.
Yeah.
Look what Kenny just wrote in the chat.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, we basically boondocked in the freaking U-Haul, Had one of them little Honda, the little Hondas, for when we had a boondock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, only 400,000.
Only 400,000.
Yeah.
Only 400.
Yeah, because we did the same thing. We was going to rent a truck or a van or something like that, even a mid-sized car, and they wanted like $600 and $800 for the entire week, and I'm like, oh hell no.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they feel about them you renting their truck and using it for a camper.
See, we're in Anthony. We're in the wrong business. We need to get in the rental car business.
No, because I wouldn't have the heart to bend somebody that far over.
Well, you know there'd be somebody that would pay it though.
Oh yeah. Well, that too, you know, a lot of people bitch about the price they charge, and I mean, I understand that, but you also got to understand their part. How many people ragging the shit out of them vehicles?
Well, what they're paying for is liability on the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's mostly what you're paying for the insurance coverage because they know, you know, that old saying, drive it like a rental.
That's right.
Yeah, when
I stole it.
Yeah. Drive it like it's stolen.
Wichita is the center of the U.S. Well, there was a big Boeing plant in Wichita for a while there. Boeing was pumping out, I think, during the day, I think they were pumping out the B-52s out of the Wichita plant.
Yeah, we have a proud aircraft history here in Connecticut, Pratt & Whitney.
Yeah, Pratt & Whitney engines.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
They used a lot of them.
Yeah, Pratt & Whitney was testing experimental freaking like jet engines and stuff, and those jerks used to fly over our freaking classroom in our school every freaking day, dude. I'm like, oh my god, why?
I did have a job one time. I worked next door to NAS, Naval Air Station, and they brought all those planes in there, and I'd be talking on the phone to a customer. Hold on a second, we got a plane going over. Can't hear you. And then it would shake the building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no.
Yep, we did
2 or 3 times a day. They'd have one of those jet, fighter planes come in there.
Once growing up, right, the Northbrook, and then the next town north is Glenview, and they had Glenview Naval Air Station. So every time Chicago has, every August, they have the Chicago Air Show, which is on the lake. So they usually have the Thunderbirds or the Blue Angels come in. And for the longest time, they would come into Glenview Naval Air Station, which is no longer there. It's one of the bases they shut down. But growing up as a kid, because when the Thunderbirds and Blue Angels come in, they do a little show over the base that they're going to do, and then they all land. And so you'd be sitting mowing in the backyard, and all of a sudden this jet goes screaming over your house, scare the bejesus out of you.
Yeah.
If it's not something you're not used to, anyway,
Yeah.
if you expect it, it's not that scary. But
the yard where I've been working, my friend's house, she lives in a town called Windsor Locks. Windsor Locks has an international airport, and she's got planes.
I bet the rents are low. Property values are pretty low.
She owns a house, actually.
Yeah.
She owns
He
a
is
house.
right though, because I used to live in that area in Louisville, Kentucky, by the Louisville International Airport. I was 2.5 blocks from the backside of the runway, all night long.
I'll tell you, David, she owns her own house, and her mortgage is still cheaper than a rent.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Her mortgage payment,
including
really
all of her
low.
bills and pertinence and everything. It's still cheaper than a rent.
Listen, every now and then coming into an airport, I think it was, I don't remember, going to Dizzy's. I don't remember which one I went into, but you come into the airport and you see houses, you see a residential neighborhood, and it's like, well, I bet the cost of those houses is cheap down there. All those planes coming in all the time.
Yeah, but you make good money when the airport decides they're going to expand and they come to buy you out.
Oh yeah, I'd sell it to the airport in a heartbeat.
Eminent domain, they just kick you out and take the land.
No, they actually pay good money for the piece of shit I had. Trust me.
You must have got lucky. Here in Las Vegas, actually kicked a bunch of people out and said, "Hey, we're going to do this to expand the airport."
They were probably squatters.
And then they ended up putting a motherfucking Walmart, Lowe's, and a fucking big ass shopping center on the fucking property of land where they kicked everybody the fuck out.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Not all of us made money because some of them kept saying no because they were trying to hold out for more money, and they basically pulled that immediate domain on them, kicked them out, and gave them peanuts.
Yep.
You know, probably Walmart will pay good money for land. What they probably did, the airport probably bought the land and then turned right around and sold it to Walmart.
Actually, they're leasing it, if I remember correctly. They're leasing it.
Well,
to
they're
the
still
center.
making money off of it.
but still, they're supposed to expand the airport and put another cargo terminal because we only have one cargo terminal, and that's and all the big manufacturers like American, all the big airlines, they're complaining they don't have any mechanics area because they don't have if there's a problem, they got to take it over to the cargo terminal and park it in the cargo terminal.
Well, a business like Walmart
building buildings here in America, and
yeah,
the standards by which those buildings get constructed is abominable. I know because I know
was going to say when those businesses when they plan a Walmart, when they build a Walmart, they have got it planned in that building is only going to be there 10 years.
Yep.
They plan on a Walmart building is not well constructed at all. It's maybe built to last 20 years.
Well, they're built to minimum standards, and when you build to code, when you build the code, you're building to minimum quality standards. Minimum.
Well, Walmart doesn't care. They're fully expecting
but I'm just
to
saying,
tear that building down.
When you build the code, it means it's structurally safe. It's gonna work. It's just that the thing is to build just a little bit above code is it's a very cost-effective way to go and then you will build something like a brick shithouse by just going a little bit above and beyond. Like instead of if a 2x6 is appropriate and instead you use a 2x8 or a 2x12, it just becomes so much stronger.
See, Jimmy, Walmart is not being cheap. They're a business. They know what they're doing. They build that. They know they're going to rip that building out in 20 years and either sell the land or build a bigger Walmart or build another Walmart. It's not. They're not worried about that.
Well, when you
Walmart here by my house is 20 years old.
Yeah, and it ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
And guess what? But they build those construction buildings the way they do, so that it's easily convertible when its initial freaking occupants are no longer there.
Yeah, they built a Walmart in East Windsor, and it didn't even last a decade before they were building another one.
Yeah, they'll just tear it down and build a bigger Walmart.
No. What they did was they had that Walmart there, and they figured out that the building was junk, and they couldn't really use it for much of anything. So they built a super Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Walmart with Angry Dog up there in Shrewsbury, and we had to get a tent and some chairs and stuff like that. And I walked into that Walmart, and it looked like a Walmart would have looked like 20 years ago here. They still have, up there where he lives, they still have the Walmarts that are not super Walmarts. Well,
Division 1
super Walmarts.
Yeah. Well, because you know why they don't have super Walmart there?
Because there's not enough people in the area.
Yeah, and there's already the area is already flooded with supermarkets.
Yeah. Well, now Walmart's opened a supermarket here called Neighborhood Walmart.
Yeah.
And it's basically a grocery store.
Down version of Walmart.
Yeah, Tony's had them for a while.
And there's one built 2 miles from another Walmart.
We got Henderson. We had 2 of them built.
There's 2 of them here.
We got more than 2 here.
Right, Rada? Not hard to build 4 walls and a roof, man.
Yeah,
we got more than 2 built here.
It's like in Henderson, all these doctors and lawyers, they're making money hand over fist. So they all speculated and put their money in and formed a partnership, an LLC partnership, and they speculated and put up a couple of big warehouses in Henderson. Then once they were all done and everything else, they couldn't rent them. So they turned around and then they sold them to another speculative group,
Yeah.
and they put Toro University in there, which is a medical school, and they started cutting up these big box warehouses and making them into schools.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, man. That's the cool thing about warehouses, man. They're basically a box. They're a box.
Walls and
And you can build whatever you want inside them.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like an expo building.
Yeah, Pat got a couple of big Walmart warehouse, or not Walmart, Amazon warehouses out in his jurisdiction.
800,000 square feet under an 800,000 square foot building, and then they build 4 mezzanines in it. Pretty much, they build a 4-story building inside of it for a pick module, and it ends up.
They built one here too.
And it ends up.
That's the big place. Amazon is hiring. I know a lot of people have applied to work at Amazon.
It ends up being almost 4 million square feet under one roof.
Yeah, they're becoming like the.
I know when they closed our Division 1 here after they built the Super Walmart, which was right next field next to it, a company took the original Walmarts and put 142 units in there for seniors.
Oh, that's
cool. See, the Walmarts here aren't built to specification for residential. It's commercial. They would have to do a lot to a Walmart here to allow people to live in it. To make it
but it's easier than you think. It's easier than you think.
City government can be.
That thing's been up and going 11 years now. They had no problem. In fact, they got a 3-year waiting list for people trying to get in.
We turn old mills into fucking housing all the time around here, you know?
Yeah.
Those buildings are very well built. Those mill houses.
What are you talking about next door in Texas? We're taking pole barns and making mansions out of them.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yep.
No, that's
an old Albertsons grocery store in Henderson is now a church.
Mm-hmm. My buddy just bought a church up in Berlin, New Hampshire. You know what he's going to do with it? He's just going to turn it into a freaking party house for four-wheeling, because they allow four-wheeling in the streets up there. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing they allow that in Tennessee. You can legally drive a 4-wheeler in the state.
Yeah, the whole area up there, you can ride ATVs on the road.
Yeah, they make them street legal. They put lights on them and everything.
No, they don't do anything. As long as you register them, you just got to register them. They register, you're good.
Yeah, I've seen they're doing that in places, making those legal. I don't know if it's out on a limb, but I'm afraid.
Well, it's really it's one of the largest recreational things that goes on in that area.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, because that's what people do. It's mountain, you know. You're either, when you're in the mountains, you're either on the trails or in the water, you know. And let's just say there's more trails than there is water.
Well, Tennessee has some mountains. I can tell you that.
So does Kentucky. I've been there.
Well, they got it in Kentucky too. The 4-wheeler thing.
It's called the
Appalachian Mountains.
Well, they start up here, okay?
I know they do.
There was one night some kid was trying to tell me that the Appalachian Mountains aren't in New Hampshire. I was like, you're a fucking idiot.
No, they are in New Hampshire.
You're a complete fucking tool.
In his defense, have you seen their geography books in school now? It looks like a fucking Hilton pamphlet.
I don't know.
I got out of school in '93.
I don't want to see one of their geography books.
Yeah, but almost run the entire East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah.
My son, before they got out, youngest, before he got out of school, he comes home and says, "Dad, look at my history book." And I said, No. I went and got on my old history book that was about this thick. I said, "No, this is a history book. That's a pamphlet for fucking Hilton."
I live in New Hampshire, so it's called the Valley. Anywhere else, it'd probably be called the Holler.
Yeah,
in Kentucky, it's called Holler.
It's called a holler in Kentucky.
Your freaking history book from school is either called a pamphlet or a workbook.
Oh, it could be a flyer.
That's just pathetic. That's awful. We had a real book when we were in school. I mean, my history book was this thick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that was for every grade, every class.
Yeah.
We had to take the state history, then we had to take American history.
I'm tired. I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah, they give me a freaking tome, like a tome, to carry around every single freaking class, and then they want me to freaking bring me home for homework. I don't have enough time to freaking like shuffle off to my locker every time I gotta grab a book, but they don't want me carrying my freaking book bag through the hallways.
Yeah.
Well, no, not that's their excuse for making the pamphlets now, because we don't want to hurt the kids when they're carrying their books. And I'm like, where the hell was you when I was carrying them 8 heavy son of a bitches around?
Yeah.
The kids started wearing those backpacks to carry their books, and now they didn't have
before there were backpacks. I would put saddles.
With a belt.
Yeah, it was a school bag.
Books in them.
Yep.
Yeah.
You remember your dad's extra belt he don't use anymore?
I had what they call the book bag. Simple as that.
I
had a
bag.
belt.
had this big thing. I don't even remember what it looked like, and they would wear out every so often. It only lasts for about a year, and then you got a new one.
And you had to use the freaking shopping bags to freaking cover your books. So
I just beat up the next door neighbor and made him carry my books.
Oh, you do little Johnny too, huh?
Well, just imagine back then there was no internet.
No, there
You
wasn't.
had to take those books home with you. That or use the encyclopedia, use whatever you want.
Thesaurus, encyclopedia, the dictionary, had to use all that crap.
Right.
Well, I mean, we did have communication. It was called 5-knuckle communication. You know, you hit one guy, when you see John on the other side of town, hit that son of a bitch, tell him that's from me.
Right.
5-number exchange.
Yeah, that's it. 5-knuckle. Reach out and touch somebody.
Yeah, reach out and touch.
You remember that? The old phone. Let your finger
bell
walk
system commercial.
Yeah. The yellow pages. Lick your fingers through the walk-in.
Okay.
Telephone bell system just trying to make money off of people. Hey, make a call.
Mm-hmm.
Homie, knock a fish eye.
Hey, $5 will put your ad on a whole page.
Yeah.
$2.50 will put it in the corner. Yeah, I bet you adding that paper in a phone book if they had them still going. We haven't had a phone book handed out here in the last 4 years.
Well, I haven't seen a phone book since I lived in the house. In at least 7 years, I haven't seen a real phone book.
Kenny, let me tell you, we couldn't freaking go, through the freaking school year and not have enough books. Okay.
Yeah.
Like there were so many books, and there were stacks and stacks and stacks of books in the closets.
Yeah.
Because we had so many. And it's like,
Well, that's the reason we actually had a locker back in, because it was full of books.
No. I'm not talking about the fucking books in your locker. He's talking about they didn't have enough books to go around. I'm talking about we had more books than we had students every single year.
Yeah.
Just about every year. There were some classes where we were short on books, or a little bit here.
Well, I remember sometimes I would lose mine. The teacher give me another one, and she says, "Well, the next one I'll have to charge you, so don't lose this one."
Well, yeah, sometimes, but not very often, man. Math books. Oh my god, dude, math books. I could not freaking get rid of the damn math books, dude. I freaking at the end of the year, because they kept giving me a new one all the time, and I'm just like, I don't need a new one. I just forgot it in my locker. Use this one. Just give it back. And they didn't even tell me give it back at the end of class. So I would end up fucking throwing it in my locker again. And at the end of the year, I got like 20 of them. And I'm like, what do I do with all these books? Well,
apparently we didn't have that problem, because at the end of the year we had to turn them all back in, or they would charge us for them.
So I don't know. They didn't even freaking mark it down that I had an extra book or anything. That's how freaking sloppy it was.
Yeah.
So I didn't know 20 extra books for math.
That was a public school.
And literature class, whatever.
They weren't worried about the money.
It was so stupid, though. I ended up freaking burning them because I freaking,
Because you
I had
could.
nothing to do with them.
They would be the firewood for the next
winter.
winter. You could start fires with them the next winter.
I did. I took them home and we started
too.
bonfires with them and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Is this legal?
They make good fuel.
The lockers got welded shut because kids would burn them up.
Yeah,
like that.
Dude, freaking years later, I looked in the closet and freaking there it is.
Okay.
The way back corner of the top shelf of the freaking closet. There's a stack of freaking like textbooks and stuff from schools that I hadn't been to in 10 years. I'm like, why are these here? We haven't even freaking lived in that town in years. Where the hell did these even come from?
Because you didn't throw them out the last time you looked at them, Cap.
I don't know.
You're like, maybe someday I'm going to read these books.
No, it wasn't even in my closet. It was in the general house closet,
I
just
hear you.
utility closet. I'm
someday you're going to read them.
Yeah. Hey, the last day of school, when we were in high school, each class, you were instructed to leave the book on the desk. And just leave.
Yep.
So at the end of the year, and then you had to clean out your locker. So at the end of the year, you weren't taking any books home or anything else because there were left in your class.
You didn't take any. Your last day of school, you didn't take anything home with you.
Yeah, I know.
Done.
Tom, they had a book collection in every single class, and I would turn a book into every single class, but my locker would still be full of textbooks.
Because you were holding them.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't have carried them home with me. I would have just left them at the school.
I'd have just left them in the locker. Yeah.
Let them.
Dorito, what up?
Problem.
You got Dorito in the house.
Dorito.
I'm probably going to go ahead and take off, guys.
All right, Pat. See you later. Coming out.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah, I was going to say,
easy.
my dog's dying to go out, so I'm going to back out and
take it easy.
Well, we'll shut it down if everybody's
dropping
back
like
out.
flies.
All right.
Peace.
Sounds good to
So
me.
I want to thank David, Captain Jerk, Anthony, Jimmy C, Hazy Days, Patrick for all coming up. And next week we'll be in the house. It's getting too hot to be out here in the garage.
The next week I might be in the new place, but don't count on it.
It's called closed cell phone and a window unit.
If I have internet, I will be on.
Next week we're gonna see Tom freaking putting a freaking window unit in his freaking garage.
Yeah.
Right, and drawing more amps.
Well, that won't happen.
Or trying to pipe into central air into his freaking.
Absolutely.
All right. See you later.
Have a good night.